seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in. Coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Miami Dolphins and the Detroit Lions. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Ready? Big Lions.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. Up to the 20. This defense for the Dolphins, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
19 right. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
Looking to throw. Hooker. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Go, Reed, go!
On 3rd down, it's Gibbs. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 3rd down turns to first with a 5-yard pickup. The Lions are 2-4 here in the first half of the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. So that'll bring him 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 36-yard line.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Check, alert, flash. Check, mash.
They'll keep it on the ground. Gibbs, and he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass. So that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. That is incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like when he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
To throw again on 2nd down. Tua. This pass complete to Higgins. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on it. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you. No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
He's got Anderson right side. And he's brought down. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
That's a good effort there after the catch. He looked the ball in and then tried to get it to the goal line. What a nice tackle to get him down. But they're set up well now. 1st and goal at the 1.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of 4. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Tua with a quick throw, caught out wide. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Dolphins use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive. Something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, and lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
To throw on 2nd down. Hooker. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And the Dolphins beef up the secondary here as they look to stop them on third down.
60 Bobcat! 60 Bobcat! Cut 19! Cut 19!
Operating from the gun. Hooker. Flush to his right. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
They'll run on first down. It's Gibbs. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On second down now. It's Gibbs, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
The tackle by Denver and Ginkle. No gain on the play. It's third down and 6.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Dolphins 7, Lions nothing.
The offense on third down, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Cougar 19! Down left, Buffalo 18!
Back to throw. Hooker going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
They have been struggling to put points on the board so far. While you don't want to lump it all on the rookie quarterback, he's definitely the root cause. And all rookies, they have those learning experiences in their first year. What they're hoping for is that he can learn on the fly, work through his struggles against his defense, and at the same time, still find a way to put them in a position to win.
Now he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
From the gun, it's Tua. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Shot 17.
From the 44, Tua. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage. And that throw had no shot.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 32-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and...
That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From the end zone, here comes Williams.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Looking to throw. Hooker. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick 6 to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders, it's not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick 6. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Hooker. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. And this is caught. Touchdown. Tanner Conner with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Dolphins are able to add on to their first half lead. Sanders now to add the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Dolphins 28, Lions nothing. Jason Sanders to kick off for
now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
At their own 13-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right, yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
That's good.
On 1st and 10. Hooker. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Brandon Jones. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Panther 60. Panther 60. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Back to throw. Hooker. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
It's a gain of 15 yards.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, Gibbs. And some room to maneuver. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Detroit.
3rd down, as a defender, all you're thinking about is getting off the field. How do you stop this last play? But if you don't wrap up when you tackle and you play it back like this, all of a sudden he's taking it to the house, and now you're looking at each other wondering, what did we do wrong on that play?
Michael Badgley on for the extra point. He's got it to bring it back to 28-7 now.
Makes the score Dolphins 28, Lions 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line.
Tyreek Hill on the return. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And going deep for Hill. It got his man complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 8-yard line.
Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard. Maybe a touch less. Looking to pass. Tua. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And a rout is on here in this first half.
Lions 7. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 92 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hooker going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
From the gun on 3rd down. Hooker, he's airing it out for Williams. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
And the Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Reload! 69, 69. Hey, check that. Viking 18.
Williams, the man in motion left. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off play action. Hooker. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. I cannot imagine a more perfect half of football for one side, CD, and a more disastrous half of football for another side. But if you focus on the positive half, with this pick 6, you look at where that lead is at, and to think that we are only in the second quarter, my goodness.
I love the expression, my goodness indeed. Pretty obvious. It's a free fall out there. Everybody gets a chance to make a play. And if you're on the field, you've got a great chance of being the next guy that your teammates are celebrating.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Nothing on that one. It'll be second down.
If you're a wide receiver and they call a screen pass, you're counting on some people being out in front of you blocking. But that play was well diagnosed by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, and they got there and swarmed and finished off the play.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. A run with Mostert up the middle. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard. The 26.
He was brought down at the 26. It's a gain of a yard, and it's third down.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on third down. Tua sets up to pass it. Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 33 yards that time.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Tackle made that time by Aleem McNeil.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here we go.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Here's Tua. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
They'll try again, and he will again run into a wall as he is stuffed at the 4-yard line. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. It looks like he's going to be stopped short of the 1st down by about a yard. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. The kick by Sanders is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Throwing after the interception. Hooker. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
19 right.
Operating from the gun. Hooker. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he is going to have the Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
19 yards. That's good for the Lions. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards on the play.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So now 1st and 10 as they crossed into Miami territory at the 37-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Last play, they went over 20 yards. This time, they topped 30. Now, look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
On 1st down, it's Gibbs, and he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll keep it on the ground. Gibbs, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On 3rd down, it's Gibbs. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. On 4th down, Hooker. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Let's go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They could definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it, and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker, and the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Now they get a 4th quarter pick, a little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.
Check pass, check pass.
On first down, Hooker. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
That's good for the Lions. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Hey, smash Bronco.
They'll run on first down. Gibbs. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Looking to throw. Hooker. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down. So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 43 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. That's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He's airing it out for Williams.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
And the Lions are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Hooker. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. That is caught by Smith-Schuster.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Throwing on 1st down. Hooker. He'll find Smith-Schuster again. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Come on, set. Go, check.
They'll try the left side. It's Gibbs. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
Looking to throw. Hooker to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a play, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
Check smash.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Dolphins defense is able to hold. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And some space here. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
2nd and 7.
Number 36. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 29-yard line.
Blue strike.
Going to the air. Tagovailoa. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And the Lions are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Dolphins,
they improved to 5-3 as they approach the halfway point of this 17-game schedule.
And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers.